So my name is Lucille Cameron. I am creator or founder of ClipArtistry Heaven, a side geek side project that I started in 2024, like sort of January opening doors, bit of December 2023. I just set it up on Etsy. Haven't done any Etsy anything. So 2023. December, I did all the Etsy setup. I didn't know much about Etsy or anything about clip arts and digital graphics, etc. So I started in 2023 in December, opened doors 2024 in December, January, sorry, and I've basically got a whole full calendar year plus a couple of months of this year of experience, trials and errors, and wins and losses and mistakes and achievements that I feel very passionate about sharing with fellow designers such as yourself, or aspiring designers, or you're new, you don't know where to start, you don't know how to design, you don't understand AI, you don't know what prompt engineering is. So I've just found a little spot for me in the bigger pie of my life in terms of sharing what I know and what I've learned, and showing my results, and just stepping up for those, like I said, who are wanting to learn and understand the whole Etsy business, the whole digital product business, and also not just Etsy, even if you want to sell on your own website. So that is really what I am about in like my spare time. I've mentioned this before. By profession, for the last decade plus, I think it's closer to 12 years, I ran my own virtual accounting practice where I offered services to small business owners, taxation, business advisory, accounting, compliance, and stuff like that for over a decade. And that's really my background. I see ClipArtistry as like a passion that's quickly grown into like a full-time gig. And I suppose I just want to share that with anybody who's interested. And there's a lot. Anybody that's interested, who wants to ask questions and who's scared, and is it for me? Just this morning, someone was messaging me and she said, like, Lucille, do you think I can do this? So I said, look at me, like a whole decade of finance, and now I'm helping others, creating products, selling it on Etsy, creating a community, etc. So I hope that little intro just inspired you. If you've got a totally different background, if you are not like a designer by qualification, I hope that inspires you to say that, yeah, I want to. I get an immense amount of joy from this side gig. Let's call it a side gig. I feel very disconnected if I go like a day or 2 days without designing. I don't like it. I always want to design, but because of the whole, all things happening in my life, I can't always design. But that's really how it makes me feel. And that speaks to how much I enjoy doing what I am doing. Okay, feel free to raise a hand or a question. Oh, wow, Selena saying she's also an accountant by day, designer by night. Yeah, pretty much the same. Hey, Roger, thanks for watching. Awesome. Hello, Pamela. I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, Leslie is sorted with the sound. Okay, so today's topic is how to list digital products on Etsy. And I'm going to show you 3 methods, okay? So why this topic? Because if you're in our Facebook community, you will see that there was a poll about almost 3 weeks ago that I posted, and instead of creating content that I think will help you, I asked the members, we are a community of 1,200 and growing. And I asked all of them, out of like these topics, what do you need help with the most? So we're on week 3, 3rd Saturday. There's 8 parts of this in total. So 8 basically topics that they could vote on. And we started with how to create clip art that sells. Then we went to Canva hacks last week. And this week it's how to list on Etsy. And if you thought I'm only going to show you one way, I'm going to show you 3 ways. And again, it's not something that I thought you needed, but by voting, you were telling me I need help with this. Like in this week alone, I've had a couple of people, unbeknownst to them that we've got this webinar this weekend, have been messaging me or chatting to me via our community for the paid members, and just saying, listen, you really need to do a video because I don't know how to list my products on Etsy. There's only 5 slots and like 5 spaces, and I've got 55 PNGs, and I really don't understand the whole process. So in case you're wondering why we're talking about this, it's because you voted for it. So welcome to ClipArtistry Heaven's Guide to turning your digital creation into sales, because it's all about the sales. Nothing wrong for those who want to create just for fun, for kids, for family, personalized stuff. I wish I was in a position to just to design for fun, but I'm not. I need to make money off it. So we'll explore 3 powerful listing methods. Plus, at the end, I'm going to share some bonuses, hacks, if you want to call it hacks, to save you time. Now, before I continue, can you please drop for me in the comments, what is your biggest challenge, problem? Just speaking on the listing process. I'm not talking SEO keywords. I'm not talking about getting consistent bundles. Just if you just zone into listing your products on Etsy, can you just drop for me, what is it that you find the most challenging about the entire process? Either I don't know how to list, or I'm creating videos for my listings, or it's time consuming. If you could just share with me in the comment section, I'd really appreciate your feedback. Okay, hey Crystal, welcome. Okay, so today, yeah, we are talking about getting your products listed on Etsy. That's like primarily. At the end of it, as I've mentioned, for me, it's about making passive income. Passive, I use very lightly because although one listing that I created last year can continuously bring me sales without me having to do anything again, that is truly passive. Really, there's like nothing that I do to a sparkling Tumblr wrap 20 Oz skinny wrap PNG. I've designed it once and I will get consistent sales from that one image. That is as passive as it gets. However, to keep the rest of your store to be able to do that, you have to continuously find out what's trending, continuously look and see what's happening on TikTok, on Etsy itself, on Pinterest. You have to check the calendar, what's happening globally, what's happening locally. That is still work, that is still time. So while the listing the product is passive, in my view, to keep this system like a well-oiled like system, it requires work all the time. That's why I'm always busy. Okay, so basically we're going to look at listing your products, how it works to create like a passive income stream, and then just like reaching out to you to join my creative community. If you're not in my Facebook group, it's free, you can join. If you want more support, you can join the monthly membership, and I'll take you through that a little bit later. Also, you will note the little Mother's Day PNGs. If you are a member of AI Prompt Heaven, all these images, the prompts that I've used to create it, I've uploaded it earlier, and I've made an announcement in the community to say that if it's around the corner, it's the 11th of May, grab the prompts, copy them, and then paste it in your software of choice, and then just get them listed on Etsy. So I'm just going with Mother's Day. In fact, every week I've just made different bundles for the presentation. So here's what you'll learn: how to list directly on Etsy. We'll look at how to use Listadum for faster listing. We'll look at how to list through V45, and then the bonus tips at the end. Also, these tools I have spoken about like briefly in previous videos. If you go to the YouTube channel, you see I have mentioned, I've touched on them, I've showed them briefly, but today is going to be very much looking at it in more detail than I've done in the past, okay? Oh, Selena's saying she's struggling with photos. Is that the mock-up images? Renee is saying listing. Very brief, very, vague. Sorry, I'm very vague. I don't know, like the whole listing process. If so, that's fine. I've got you. And then Pamela saying understanding what is in demand and listing it. So to help you with that, Pamela, and I think you are already there, is the Vault, because the keywords that I use, I've researched it with SEO keyword research tools. I looked at what's in demand. Even these little ones, these images, if you guys go and do, which I'll show you in a minute, but if you go on Etsy, Mother's Day PNG, you will see it's on fire. It's on fire, just that keyword Mother's Day PNG, right? So all these images that you see, it's brought about through that keyword because I do the research and then I share it in my community so that, you know, you guys can save some time on that. So that's the learning for today. I think I'm gonna do directly on Etsy first, which is, like, in my opinion, the traditional way, the long way, the boring way, if you want to call it that. But it's a way you have to understand before you can venture out into the other systems. There's no point in you starting with Listadum if you don't know how to organically list on Etsy, if I can call it that. Then I'm gonna switch up V45 second, which is the bulk uploader. Okay, if you want to understand bulk uploading, then V45. And then thirdly, I'll do Listadum, which is actually a software that I have underestimated, but I'll dig deeper as we go along. Okay, so the traditional method, the classic Etsy listing, is pretty much accessing your back page, admin page, office page, filling in all the details. Hopefully you've done some SEO keyword research, right? Which you will have to do with the Etsy traditional method. The other two systems, you can lean on them to provide you the SEO keywords, but I'll explain to you how that works. But just to, like, separate it in your head, with the Etsy method, you have to go look for keywords. Don't be like me that took 6 months to list what's pretty, and pretty didn't sell, and wasted all my money, all my subscriptions, because I didn't understand the SEO. I really want you guys to, like, get that so that you don't have to go through that process that I have gone through, which was good, because if I didn't go through it, I wouldn't be able to share. But if you don't have to go through that, don't. So with the traditional Etsy, you have to get your SEO keywords. You have to start off accessing your back page, uploading your images, getting your keywords, attaching your file. That's pretty much the traditional way. So I'm going to take you into the back, into my account. Those in Zoom, if you want to at any time, like, raise a hand or something, just feel free to do that. I can answer as we go through it. This is a topic that I've been getting a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot more questions than the other times that we have done this. So if you could just give me 1 second. Just do that. Okay, so just confirm that you guys can see my Etsy listing screen. Okay, so Dawn says yes. Choo says yes. And yeah, so okay, cool. Dawn is asking how to create a bundle package. So Dawn, we're not gonna cover, I don't know, I'm gonna show you how to bundle them. But the other videos that we've done, especially the first video about how to create a consistent bundle on Etsy, goes deeper into the how to create. But today we're gonna focus on how to list. Okay. If you don't get help in those videos, if you go to YouTube and you see the last, or even the Facebook group, you can see the events, the last two, how to create consistent bundle. if you still need help, let me know. Okay, so this is how and where we're going to start in terms of creating a listing, right? So before we can create, you need to have your bundle sorted, delivered, right? Or created. Now, again, I don't want to focus today on how to create. I want to focus on how to list. So this is what I do. My sizes, custom size would be 2000 by 2000 in Canva. So I'm going to clean it up. Once I've designed it, I'm cleaning it up in Canva. Okay. Okay, so that's my size. This is where some people have been asking about 5,000 pixels. I don't do that. I've never had a problem with a customer. I've got a 4.9 Etsy rating. So this size has never been an issue for me, and it's quite manageable in terms of moving it around and managing the space with Google Drive, etc. So you will also know that I use different systems, right? So I use Artistry. I will drop some links for you. Some of them I am an affiliate. Some of them I'm not. I'm sharing it because it's helping me. And that's why I share the links. I dread to think when I was like starting out, every video I watched, it would be a link to this and a link to this. And all that's going through my head is, are these people selling me something again? Are these people selling me something again? So now I'm that person. But I want to let you know, not all of the links are links that I get any kickback for. I'm just sharing it because it's helped me on my journey. So I just wanted to make sure that that's clear out there. So the theme is going to be the theme is going to be Mother's Day for this video, which I've already started working on. And I had to do this to try and cut down on the time because we've touched on how to create a consistent bundle in the other videos. Right, so our product is sitting in our software Artistry. I have also uploaded it in the AI Prompt Heaven, which is the monthly membership. So all of this will, if you are a member, will be sitting in clip art bundles and then celebrations. I've also started uploading some Father's Day clip art, which I think these will be cool for cards or for like invitation of some sorts. And then this morning I uploaded the Mother's Day ones based on what I've seen on Pinterest as well as on Etsy. So just to speed up the building the bundle, if you are a member, you would simply go into AI Prompt Heaven, click the prompt, select the prompt, and go to your software of choice. I have to use multiple systems because people don't all use the same. Watercolor, generate, right? Okay, and then you can use the same prompt for, let's say, Artistry. I don't want to spend too much time on the systems, but I just want to show you how I would. If you need help with prompting, the membership is perfect for that. And then I also use Abacus, which is where I can generate images. I'm just showing you the different places that I would go to create my bundles, and then I share those prompts with the members. Okay, so while all of that is happening, I'm going to use the bundle that I've got or the images that I've got already for a bundle just for tutorial purposes. So it's still processing here. I'm going to bulk download these ones. We've done the SEO, we've done all the other work. We now just want to list the product, right? Okay, so that one, this one, I want this one, this one, this one. Okay, we want a whole nice bundle, and now we want to download the selected. Yes, download, and then these 12 images downloading. So let's assume we're going to go with that. Just want to read the comments. Okay, Donna saying thank you for answering her. Okay, now it's downloading, and then I open it. So now it's in a zip folder. I need to unzip it. Okay, so it's on my local drive. You guys are following, yeah? It's on my local drive. It's a zip folder, and I have to extract it all. I'm just going to take 1 second. It's so hot here. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So we're extracting the zip folder. Now this can be, zip folder can be from Kittle, it can be from Midjourney, it can be from whatever system, ideogram that you are using. They all are downloaded in, like in a zip folder, unless you download them one by one, click, 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 one by one, right? So now that you've unzipped them, you go back to Canva. So let's say that's called Mother's Day PNG bundle. And now you need to upload it into Canva. You go to your folder. Here's my folder, all my images. And now I'm bringing it into Canva. Okay. The reason I'm bringing it into Canva is because I have to clean it up and make sure that the quality is good. And I need to change the DPI from, I think, 96 to 300, which is the requirement for POD and sublimation. And I also need to remove the background. So there's a little bit of work that needs to happen on the bundle. If you had to do this with Kittle, oh no, look at this cute. Happy Mother's Day. Look how cute this is. With Kittle, it's slightly different. You can sorry. With Kittle, you can remove the background all in Kittle. Okay. You can, okay, here you need to, in Kittle, you remove the background. So basically what I want to differentiate here is the fact that you can export your zip folder already, like ready to be sold on Etsy. That's what you can do in Kittle. With Artistry, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I'm new with Artistry. And with Ideogram, I can't do that. And Midjourney, I can't do that. So I'm just showing you with Kittle. If this appeals to you, you can remove the background, right? You can remove all the backgrounds before you export it to your local drive. Okay. So now all my backgrounds are removed. Let's say this was our bundle. You would simply export. You would make sure that it's on 300 dpi. So now you've got a background that's removed. You've got 300 dpi. You've got 2000 pixels width and height. And you want to remove the background and you want to optimize the quality. So by the time this is exported, it's ready to be sold. You don't have to do the canvas step. Okay. Okay. So you open it, you extract it, and I'll show you now when I open it. You will see that the background is already removed. You don't have to do that in Canva. See here. Okay, there's something I didn't do here. See, hold on. Okay. Remove background. Okay, you know what happened, guys? When I downloaded it, I downloaded it as a JPEG. A JPEG cannot remove, you cannot remove the background with JPEG. That's why we got the white background at the back, right? So I'm changing it to, I'm going to go back to export. I'm going to change it to PNG. Everything else stays the same. Remove background, optimize quality, export. Then I open. And if I check now, you'll see that the background, the white background, red background has all been removed. Okay. If you click on this little eye, you will see that your DPI is 300, which is what you want. And yeah, if you look closely, it looks all good to me. So that's a ready to go, ready to be sold image. We are going to use this pack for V45 later. So we'll come back to this pack. We're going to go back to Canva because now this batch we have to clean up. Okay. So what I do is I like to change the background color so that I can see. Okay. So that I can see when I bring it in. I want to see the difference between the background on and the background off. Okay. So that's one. That's one. That's two. So now we're kind of manually doing here what we've just done in Kittle. Okay. And this is where most people are, I'm going to say complain, or I don't know what the word, complain, that it is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. I did this on my own for a whole year. I had no help. I was doing the SEO keywords. I was doing the mock-ups. I was doing everything under the sun, everything that was part of this process. I was doing on my own. No one helped. So I would encourage you to learn the entire process. Before you get help, learn the entire process. I do have faith that's helping me now at the moment. And a lot of the tedious steps, the processes that annoyed me too, I have now outsourced to a VA who understands my entire process. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to remove each and every background. That's the first step. We can't sell with a white background on. You will get some bad reviews on Etsy. You will get some customers that's not happy. And you will, bad reviews signals to the algorithm that Etsy, no, don't send stuff to this shop because customers aren't happy. I saw a comment in Zoom meeting room. Let me just double check. Hazel, you're asking Canva? Is there a question or something I can help with? Let me know. Okay, so now you'll see the 14 images and the backgrounds are all removed. Don't use that view. Use the grid view because you can quickly see if there's still white banner, like a white border around the image. Okay, so happiness here. This is just the me thing. I change it back to white. You don't have to because it doesn't matter what the color is, what the background color is. When you transparent it, which I'll show you in a minute, it comes through as clear, the background, so it doesn't matter what. It's just a me thing, okay? So the next step that I do is I then set as background. Now, if you do this step, set as background, and your image goes beyond the lines, then I would detach from background and then just do it this way, which is a longer way. But sometimes you can set as background and then it does this. Okay. But to avoid that, then just pull the sides to get it to fit the canvas. Okay. So now we're going to all set background. Oh, I'm seeing some hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Please do some engagement there for me. Okay. So this step is just to make sure that the image is not the tiny image that it was before, where it's so small and tiny in the middle. That's not a good product. So I just want to make sure that all my designs are stretched out on the image and that I already know that it's been, the transparency has been done. So I'm happy with that. And then I just have a look through. At this stage, you will see if you need to touch up anything here. Like, for example, if you want to remove this, this is the edit function in Canva, right? So you have to edit and then remove that if you so wish. I look here to see if there's spelling mistakes. You have to look and see if there's spelling mistakes. Wow, such a cute elephant. So it's just like a browse through to make sure I'm happy with everything. And if I am, I can now export it. So one thing that I did pick up here, there's a duplication. I saw a duplication. I think the bunnies, yeah. So these two are duplicated. So I can remove that one. So this is just part of the quality check. Okay. I think the rest is fine. It's just for tutorial purposes. So now just pay attention as to how I download, because some people download as JPEG, and that is not what the customer wants, because they want to use your design for a notebook cover or a t-shirt design that says Happy Mother's Day. Also, they want to maybe do it on a mug to say Happy Mother's Day, and maybe at the back say date of birth, mom, then, personalize it. So don't do the mistake of JPEGing it this way. You JPEG if you want to use it online, social media, like your website, like a blog. But if you want to use it to sell it to people who's going to print it onto a physical product, you PNG it, you slide it right to the right, all the way to the right. That's the maximum quality. And then just remember to click transparent background. If we don't do that, you will be left with that white effect that we had in Kittel earlier. Okay, so you must click on transparent background. You click download. I just want to grab this one. Okay, this one. So if any of you are interested in Artistry, so what I like about Artistry is it's one payment, $149 once off. So there's no monthly subscriptions. If you guys are interested, I've dropped the link in the comments. I am still fairly new, but the bundles I've created with Artistry, I've already sold them on Etsy, and I think I'm on week 3 now. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to fully explore the system so that I can make more videos on the topic. So our bundle is now done. We're going to follow the same process as we did with Kittel. We're going to extract it, and then we're just going to check it before we take it to Etsy. We're going to check and make sure that it is definitely a transparent background, and then we will list. So I'll just also drop it here. Hazel saying it was, as you didn't mention it, but you are using it now. Yes, Canva. Yes, sorry if I didn't mention it. Yes, I was using Canva to clean up. Okay. So our bundle is done. We can go and check it in our local drive. Just close all of these. This one. Go back. This one. So we just want to check and make sure that it's good for Etsy. Okay. So all the backgrounds have been removed. Happiness. Okay. Please remember, we are on the old traditional listing method, right? So this is a very tedious process, and a lot of people are here. We will make more exciting in a moment, but this is truly the old traditional way, which is where I started, and you must start off there, and I spent a lot of time here. So very long way. Okay. Now we are ready to list. We've checked the quality. We have checked the quality. It's transparent. I just want to make sure that I navigate. So this is the shop manager of Etsy. So you've got dashboard, listing, all your messages, orders, Etsy visibility, marketing, finances, etc., all sitting on the left. We are in listings, which is the third one from the top. Jerry is saying all of these are so pretty. Thank you so much, Jerry. I think they are pretty too. They are cute. And besides the fact that they are pretty, I will show you in a minute that they are in demand and that people are buying them. And that's exactly why we need to go and list them. Okay. So in the listing screen, we are going to the right-hand side corner. You click on add listing. Again, this is the first method. It's the long method. And it is where everybody starts. So you need to select your category. We are in the business of clip art and image files. So you will select that one. Okay. You will click on continue. And then you will be asked, is it a physical product or is it a digital file? It is definitely a digital file. You're going to be asked who made it. I did, a member of my shop, another company or a person. It's definitely me. Even though I have VAs that's helping me in my business now, I create the product. Nobody creates the products on my behalf. They do help me with other tasks, but it's a requirement from Etsy because Etsy is a platform that promotes handmade products. It's required that you create. The bots can't do it for you, like as in a worker that does it for you. As a VA can't do it for you. You need to create your own listings. Okay. So I did it. It's a finished product. When was it made? 2025. Okay. You guys are following. And then you need to, because I used AI, I have to state that it was an AI generator. If you say created by me, you're basically saying that all those clip arts were hand drawn by you, which it hasn't been. Okay. You just being upfront with Etsy and you letting them know that I'm creating it with an AI generator. Okay, it's nothing wrong. Don't feel bad. I know there's a lot of anti-AI people out there, as with everything else in the world. There's always two sides, and to each his own. So AI generator, you will not be selecting production partners because you're not using Printify to fulfill your product. You are selling digital product. You click on continue. Okay. And here is what we need to fill in. So a lot of people are struggling with this, okay? So there's a couple of ways you can think this out of your head, like Mother's Day PNG file, digital download, watercolor art style for a gift for mom. You can do, this is one way, you can do it out of your head, right? You can use the AI that's built in Etsy. You can add Mother's Day PNG, digital download, Happy Mother's Day PNG, and then you can generate. So the suggestion here is, okay, and just the connection here, if you're wondering where the information is coming from, this is supported by Allura. The back into this is Allura, and you can insert it. The Allura is the SEO keyword research tool, one of them. And we now need to upload our mock-up images. That's where this happens. You get 10 spaces, especially if your shop is struggling with visibility and you're new. I would recommend that you fill all of these in to comply to the criteria that Etsy sets in terms of best practices. If you want to be visible, they suggest high quality images, use all 10 spaces, use all 13 keyword spaces. So just follow the Etsy guide as a new shop, because the guys who have been in the business for a long time, they've got thousands of admirers, shop admirers, people who have followed them over the years. They've got thousands of sales. They've been on the platform longer. They can get away with not complying with all of this. But as a new shop owner, I would advise that you comply with all of this, right? Then this is the file, which we'll get to in a minute, and then the description. I'm wondering, okay, you can click on this. It's taking it from the from the title, and then you can write a description with AI. If you're happy with it, you can insert it, and it will just make sure that it reads properly. Celebrate Mother's Day with this beautifully crafted watercolor PNG bundle, which is what I didn't put in here, and maybe I should. Bundle, clip art bundle. Okay, then bundle featuring a delicate spring floral design that perfectly captures the warmth and love of season, instantly downloadable, etc. Make sure all of this reads properly. I would advise you to have, I would say, important info. So this is the stock standard info that will always be with your bundles. For example, transparent background, 2000 by 2000 pixels, PNG file, PDF license, and access via Google Drive. This is very important because you get a lot of people with Apple devices who are struggling, who they are a guest, they buy as a guest on an Apple device and they can't download. For some reason, I'm not an Apple user, they can't download the file. So make all of this very clear in your disclosure, right? PDF license and access via Google Drive. Let's say, I don't know, 14. You need to disclose as much as you possible. 14 files. Yeah, 14 files. And then you can just whatever, perfect for this. I would advise you to have like a template that you can set up as a template, and then just copy and paste this important info, and then this section, perfect for POD sellers, physical or mug wraps. Think of keywords that will trigger them buying this. Mug wraps, t-shirt designs, etc. Okay, you fill it up here with the necessary keywords to give more input or info or etc. Please contact us. For support. Thank you for your business. Now, whether I'm a emoji girl. My stuff has got all emojis because it's who I am. I love my emojis. That's entirely up to you. This is all you. Just make sure that you disclose what you need to, that it's clear to them. I've had people asking me for a tumbler to be delivered because they bought a tumbler, and I had to refer back to the advert to say you never bought a physical tumbler, you bought a PNG file, 13 file, etc. Make it clear, right? If your product is personalized, you can personalize it, and you can just say you need a photo, what do you need for personalization? Well, we're not doing that today, so we can skip that part. Your pricing, entirely up to you. I go $450, and then the quantity. I had a consultation not so long ago with, I think last week, where for some reason the person has put 25 as a quantity. Now, I wouldn't do that. The maximum you can go is 99. I'm telling Etsy that Etsy doesn't have to worry. If Etsy has customers for me who is looking for Mother's Day PNG digital downloads, I'm telling the algorithm that I've got 1,000 in stock. If I tell Etsy I've got 25, Etsy might not push mine because it's saying, oh, you're low on quantity. And since we're not buying physical products, I don't know why you would not want to put 999. You are just letting Etsy know I'm fully stocked. Hey, I know I'm new. I don't have a lot of presence or exposure, whatever, but I can supply your customers. Okay. Okay, we've selected this. And then here, I would tick all of this. It's just, what is the craft type? You can use it for collage, kids craft, scrapbooking. Just tick all of it. It's just going to push out your product to more categories in Etsy. I don't do this. Colors, I don't do this. It's not a physical product. It's not a pink t-shirt. It's not a beige scarf. So I don't do any of that. I don't do attributes at all unless it's a physical product. And then your tags, if you click on it, You can generate it, and the system would generate some tags for you. Okay. If you're happy with all of these, you can click on it and it will add it to listing. Okay. This is one way of doing it. You can do all your research on your own. So 13, all there, all in full. Mother's Day clip art, digital download, perfect. Spring flower design, perfect. Mother's Day PNG, perfect. It's not giving me things that's not related to my product. Printable mom gift, yes. Oh, I'm happy with that. Here, by materials, you can add, it's a PNG, it's a PDF license, it's a digital product, digital download. So I'm giving it materials that relates to my product. It's not a ceramic mug. It's not a aluminium, whatever. I'm telling Etsy what my product is like about. Okay. It's a watercolor design art or watercolor art. So just let the system know what it is that you're selling. And then your shop section, this would, for me, this would be celebrations and holidays, because we observe Mother's Day, and so it will. I do this manually. One of the mistakes that I did when I started for months and months and months, I would let it go automatic, and every time when the product expires, then they would just charge me again. Set it on manual, because if you put it on manual, it forces you to look at your products. If you have a listing that is not had much views or sales or any attraction for 4 months, it means either the SEO is very bad, or it's not in demand, or the quality is bad, or. But it will force you to look at your listing, and then you can decide, like, deactivate it or renew it. So set it on manual so that you can have more control. For long months and months and months, Etsy just billed me for things that not even a single view. So that was my mistake. And I think, yeah, that's about all the information that we filled in. Long, tedious, etc. We now need to do photos and videos, and we now need to do the digital file. I'm going to go back to Canva for this. So now we need to do a mock-up. And to save time, I'm just going to use a mock-up that we did in our last video, which is where I pretty much built the mock-up live. Again, it's in the previous videos. I'm not going to redo it because it's going to take a long time. So I'm just going to show you. Let's do this, this, this. Okay. And let's start here. So we're going to remove all of this. You can build your own mock-up in Canva. Remove all of this. Okay. And we're going to focus on our product, which is today, Happy Mother's Day PNG. Okay. Now you can slap your branding on here. You can, whatever, this is entirely up to you. I believe in branding, and I believe in brand consistency. So I would advise that you put your logo or something to that effect here, just to show people that you are like a serious business. But to each his own. There's no like set rule. Not a lot of people do it. I just do it because I want people to take me serious as a business. Okay. So you can do this maybe here or here, wherever. Okay. Our images that we are selling, we're going to bring it all across, and we're going to have to remove the background again, because we want to demonstrate the product on the mock-up to show them that it's actually a transparent background. Now, if I've lost you at this point with the traditional process, I understand. I completely get it. It's very tedious. And if you want to scale quicker, then it's not a process that I would recommend. But because a lot of people have been asking me in private for help here, I am doing it for them so that they can at least understand the basics of all of this. Okay, and how the system works. So I like to do like a big one, like a bigger one on all my my images like this, like a big one. Just make it slightly small. At the moment, Faith does all of this for us. And then the rest I just, like there's so many baskets here. So let's do this. We just want to show the shopper what they can expect. Now you'll see, you can see here, I'm deliberately putting it over the purple like banner there, right? Because now they can see, oh, okay, so actually when it crosses a background, then it's all transparent. That's what they look, especially our clients, that's what they look out for. The elephant I'll put there. So they can see, they have a good idea of what it is that they'll be buying, okay? So you can play with this, fiddle with this in your own time, but I'm just going to do this quickly and maybe do this one. Yeah, let's see, move this one up, do this one here, bring that one, maybe bring this one. Okay, let's see. Can't have two baskets next to each other. I don't know. Let's see. What does it look like? That basket looks odd there. So let's take the basket off. Make the cat bigger, maybe. Basket there. Okay. Now. Yeah, you need to. Okay, so that's the first mock-up, right? The thumbnail, main thumbnail. Then we go to the second page. We just randomly bring some new ones. Okay, just like spread them out. Let people see what they are going to buy. The more they can see, the less reason they have to message you, like in Etsy Messenger, right? You can do like these two, nice and big. You can do this. Guys, you can get inspiration from Etsy itself, see how the top sellers are doing it, try and come with something different or better, but this is really the long and short of it, okay? So, Happy Mother's Day, let's remove that one. All done in Canva, long route. We're going to speed it up with AI in a minute, okay? We're going to speed it up with AI in a minute. Mock-up. You can grab some mock-up images from Canva and then just mock up your all sorts of ideas, okay? So this is all the images that Etsy needs, okay? And we're not going to do 10. I'm just going to keep it here. Okay, so 14 Happy Mother's Day PNGs, 14 Happy Mother's Day PNG clip art, right? So we need the word clip art in here. We're telling them that it's transparent. We can do text clip art bundle, make that bigger. So then they know what they are buying, right? Okay, check again. Okay, we've got our images. Now we can export. Now, because we are not selling these images, we don't have to PNG it. Always remember, PNG is a lot bigger than JPEG, right? So we can do JPEG here. It's just for mockups. And then we're done. And then we download. Okay, I've got a question in the Zoom channel. Let's see what they are asking. Oh, the one saying it's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. This is really the long way. And I get why people are tired and it's like not the funnest part. But thank goodness there's like AI, which we'll get to in a minute. Oh, thanks, Selena, saying it looks good. Okay, so here we go. We have to extract again. Just bear with me. We're almost done with Etsy, and then we can go. Because the work has been done for the rest of the two platforms. The work's done. The bundle's done. The mock-up images are done. The only thing we need to do now is a license, which I will use one of mine. But before we do the license, let's go back to Etsy. We are now clicking on to show you. So we need to, this is our mock-up section, 10 photos and videos. Okay. We want all of them. And just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just duplicate the same images to get to the between 8 and 10, right? Okay, so now that's done. The next thing we need to do is the license, which is this part over here. I go back to Canva. License, my designs, license, template. Okay, so this is the template that I use. You can also buy a template from Creative Fabrica or even Etsy itself. Just search for Etsy product license and you can, mine is not the best looking, but I've just put in everything that I think is necessary for a customer to know that they can't sell my product as they've received it. You can't buy the clip art for you to go and resell it elsewhere. I'm just making it clear what you can do, what you can't do, what's prohibited. Then I've got a big bold download button, which is where you download the product from. Now, I think Devon, I think this was your question, right? Earlier this week, you want to know, you've got 50 PNGs, I'm making an example, but there's only 5 spots on Etsy's listing page. How do I do this? Okay, so I'll show you now. So first thing I'll do here is I'll duplicate the first two, okay? Then I'm just going to say Happy Mother's Day. Then I know what it's for. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, so that's that. This is where I need to be because I need to sort this out. Now, at this point, if you go to Etsy, let's go back. Etsy only gives us only gives us 5 slots. So assuming you've got 40 PNGs, right? You can't load 40 here. Panel is saying, thank you for all your videos and showing us how to change things up in our shop listings. I will replay later. You're welcome, Panel. Thank you. You can only do five listings maximum. Okay, I'm going to stop there. You're not going to get 40 over here. Hazel, so your mock-ups, Hazel saying she's confused, transfer to Etsy as JPEG or PNG. Your mock-ups to Etsy is JPEG because it's smaller in size. We are now by the digital file section, but let me go scroll up quickly. This section over here, which is your mock-ups, this is what we call the mock-ups. Your thumbnails, which is the first one is a thumbnail. You need to attract them with this. And then these are your mock-up images. What would they look like on products, t-shirts, whatever. Those are JPEG. There's no need to do a PNG there. That's so big in size because it's not necessary. Okay, that's mock-ups. For your digital files, I'm still busy just explaining that you've only got 5 slots here. So if someone like Devon who says she's got like a bundle of 40, she's never going to get it in here. And this is the problem. So I'm going to remove all of this. We will only need 1 slot. Okay, right? So the license that I showed you guys here, over here, we need to include a link to get, so they can access all 14 files, which we will never individually list on it. And how you do that is you click on the button where you want him to download it to, and then you click on the edit link button. Now it's now currently saying edit link because there's a link, right? You can delete the link. So let's assume there was no link, right? You've created your template. You want to now add a link. So now we start as if there's no link. You right click and then you click link. But now you need to feed it a link. And that link can either be OneDrive, Dropbox, G Drive. So with any storage, cloud storage that you are working on, that is the link that we need to get. So we will go to my G Drive. I use G Drive. Okay. I don't use the others. I used to use Dropbox, but it's just easier for me with Google Workspace, right? These are all my folders for 2024, for 2025, 2024 was sitting on another drive, okay? So what you'll do is you will, if you're using G Drive, I'm only going to show G Drive. You click on New, you upload the folder, and you're going to upload the unzipped folder. In fact, G Drive will not give you an option to upload a zipped folder. All of these folders, there are 8 folders that we have currently worked on. It's all of these times 2 because the others are all zipped. These are the unzipped ones, right? So now I need to just see this one. Double check. Let's double check quickly. I need the 15. So that's called Mother's Day. So I need this folder because this is the transparent. This is the actual product. So you mustn't get confused with your mock-up folder. And you mustn't get confused with your product folder. This is the one, and it's called Mother's Day PNG bundle, right? So now I go back to G Drive, click on it, folder upload, Mother's Day PNG bundle, right? Upload. And now it's asking you to upload 13. Just want to go back to here. Because I've got 14. Just want to fix this. It doesn't matter because I've already listed it. Okay, 13. But just for accuracy, because someone, you might pick it up and tell me, Lucille, you said 14, but you've only got 13. Okay, so it's busy uploading Mother's Day, right? So Devon, this is where you at. So this is your folder. You're going to right click. You're going to share. And now you're going to set the permission, right? You're going to set over here. At the moment, it's restricted. The only 2 people that has access to these folders is myself and Faith, right? So this is us. If anyone clicks on this link, nobody will get access to it. But now you need to change that and you need to set it anyone with the link. That means any customer of yours that buys this listing, only if they've got the link will they be able to open it, apart from Faith and myself. So you copy the link, you go back to Canva, right? Okay, let's do this part again. So there's no link, right? There's no link here. You can click on the button, you can click on the 3 dots, and it will open this side, and you click on the link, or you can go right-click immediately, and it opens. Link, you've got your copied link, and you paste it there. That's your Google link, and then you click done. You can see there, Google, that's your link, done. Okay. Once you're happy with this, you download your 2 pages for the license. And this will be PDF. Hazel, so now we're doing a PDF because we are going to give them the PDF license to access the product. Okay. So I don't want to download 96 pages. I only want to download 1 and 2. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. 1, 2, done. And then download. Okay, so now it's downloading. Now we go back to Etsy. Here's my license. Click on it. That's what we've just downloaded. Open it. And now it's telling me your file name must be between 3 to 70 characters long and contain only letters, numbers, hyphens, underscores, or periods. Now, because of these brackets, it won't accept it. So I'm going to remove it. I'll go back to my file, and now I need to change the name of my file. So remove all special characters that doesn't belong there. Okay, the one, so that's where your license sits, right? Now you'll see here's add file, add file, add file. If you want to offer a free product, which is what I recommend, some of my Tumblr wraps, there's like, it says nine Tumblr wraps included. It just helps with the conversion rate. Then you can have another license and you add it, and then you add that license to all of your Tumblr wraps or whatever you want to give free. It just helps with conversion. So we kind of sorted now. Let's see. So we've got the images, we've got the license, and we've got our tags and everything else. And now we can preview. We can make sure we're happy with everything. Keep in mind, there's no video here, right? This is the traditional way. So there's no way to do a video here unless you have to create a video, which is recommended. As I've said, if you're a new shop, make sure that they recommend a video. Make sure you get videos. I'm not going to do a video now. Okay, is there any other questions on this section? Because now I can basically just publish over here. Anything else that I need to answer? Anything that wasn't clear? Oh my goodness, the one you're making me laugh. Don't stress. I'm going to show you the AI route. It might, but you need to know the traditional way. I took notes. Hope it works. Hazel, what do you mean no chance? Speak to me, ladies. Oh, no, man. Okay, which area, Hazel? Tell me. She said it's far too much to take in. I took notes. I hope it works, the one saying. Okay. Okay. Maybe let me lift your spirits with the two AI methods. I'm assuming there's no questions. I'll just publish and I'll show you guys what it looks like live, right? Okay. See, there's 2 comments. Please add the video to the vault. I can't add the video. I don't know what you mean. Like each and every time, or just or screenshots. Okay, we'll get to videos just now. So I'm going to publish. Let me publish and then just show you guys. It will tell you that you're about to be billed 20 cents USD. It's non-refundable, so make sure that you're happy with it. And then you click publish. Okay. And then you can refresh. And then there's your listing. You can click here, view on Etsy. And there it is live. I've applied a discount. That's my images. There's no video. Absolutely no video. And all your images are there. And then description is here. It pulled through. Your important info is here. Perfect for. Please contact us for support. That is what you... Who's talking? I've muted you, Muncho. Okay, let me close that. So good. Yeah, the video will be available, Hazel. Okay, so that's the long process. That's the tiring process. This is why they complain so much, Lucille. I don't know how, too many steps, etc. Let's go over to V45. So just quickly go back to Canva. Okay, let's go. That's a long and very boring process, but let's move on to number 2. So method 2 is Listadum, but let's start with method 3, which is V45. I love V45. I love it because I can bulk upload. I can cut away all of what I just showed you now, a lot of it. And I can, the mock-ups are done for me. So maybe this will lift your spirits, guys. So V45, it creates your templates for you, your mock templates. It does it for you. You put in some instructions and then it does it all for you. You can bulk upload, which is the best part. And you don't need to unzip because you use the zip folder to bulk upload. Oh, sorry for the noise, which I'll show you in a minute. You can organize your designs in the G drive that I've just showed you earlier. It can work from your G drive, and then you can generate listings complete between V45 and Etsy. So without further delay, let's go to V45 and let me drop the link for you guys here. Not an affiliate, love it. I just share with you guys because it helps me, especially with bulk uploading. Okay. Perfect for bulk uploading. Okay. Let's go out here. Back to V45. Now we are going to do bulk upload as a product creation. So you sign up for it. You get credits allocated to it. So this is my account. I've got 1,300 credits. 1,000 credits is about $1.99. So it's feasible. It's worth it for me. It takes a lot of the heavy lifting that I've just showed you guys now. It takes it away. And I would encourage you to maybe consider this, especially with all the steps and all the confusion. Yeah. So you go to V45, they've got a whole list of other things. Honestly speaking, I don't use any of this. Here's a pattern maker, here's an image generator, here's a background remover. You can upscale your images, you can do seamless patterns. I don't use any of it, but you are free to play around, fiddle around with it. So I only use Digital Art Listing Creator, okay? So I'm gonna click on it, okay? And then I'm going to use bulk uploader. Why I want to show you the bulk uploading, because I'm going to use it on Tumblr wraps, right? Instead of doing, like let's say I've got a file of 10 Tumblr wraps that I've designed, right? So let's say I go to Kittle and I look at my, okay, let's go here. So now let's say I've got like 5 Tumblr wraps ready to go. So let's go with these ones. Let's see. I just want 5 of them, and I want to list 5 products all in one sitting, right? So if I was doing this the traditional route, I would be doing the long Etsy route 5 times to get 5 product listings up. Okay, just remove that one. Okay, I'm not going to use this because these products are already on Etsy. I'm going to use these ones, and I'm going to put the background on again. Sorry, I'm going to make the background white again. So I'm going to use these ones as, Tumblr wraps. Okay. Okay. Just close there. We're not going to design. I've got my stuff sorted. That's 4 Tumblr wraps, and I want to use this as my products. So you're going to export. I don't want to remove because I want the white on the Tumblr wrap. I want to optimize the size. So I'm not going to remove the background. And then I want them in PNG, and I'm going to export. So traditional route with Etsy, each of these I have to upload individually the long way that I just showed you now with Etsy. We want to avoid that. With all the software and tools that we have at our disposal, you shouldn't be doing it the long way. I encourage you to understand the long way, like iron out all this confusion, the JPEG, the PNG, the PDF, iron out all of that, understand how the system works. Then in conjunction with that, sign up for Listadum or sign up for V45 to take the heavy lifting from you. I think I unzipped, but I don't want the unzipped. Let me just repeat here quickly. I've downloaded this, right? This zip folder, I'm going to use the zip folder as is. To use V45 to bulk upload, I want to upload four different product listings now. I'm going to bulk upload, but bulk upload works with zip folders. Okay, I'm going to do a Tumblr wrap. You can do any of the others, but I'm going to do a Tumblr wrap over here. And now I need to select my Tumblr folder. So again, you click here on this one. And this is the one I just did now. So now I'm using my zip folder, grabbing my zip folder into V45. Hazel, let me know if you follow, Hazel. Yes, Dawn. Very similar to my design. The reason I haven't been using my design is because I don't think I understand it quite as well. This is more intuitive, but I know the best of the best use my designs out there. I've got nothing bad to say about it. I think it's actually a good product because it does the seamless patterns, it does the creation of the images, and it's all like it's very centralized. It looks like a learning curve, which I don't have time for now. And because this one is so much easier and it works for me, you know, it does the job for me. But not to say that there's anything against my design. Okay. So one step that I've processed here, you'll see here, the 4 products is listing to create. So it's already, if I click on my shop now, it probably is in my drafts. That's how quick it was. The mistake that I did here, I didn't do my keywords here. So now it's going to list it with Tumblr wraps for nurses, etc. I should have put here Mother's Day PNG. I can't do it now. I'm just showing you Mother's Day PNG. Happy Mother's Day. 20 Oz Tumblr wrap. Now, when you do that, the system will bring you keywords that's related. You'll see now when we go to my store, it will talk about nursing, even though the listing is for Mother's Day. So just remember, if you're going to use V45, make sure that Mother's Day, you write the right keywords. If we go back to the shop, and if I refresh, there should be 5 products here in my draft. Four products in my draft. If I click on draft, the 5th one is still coming. So there should be 5. This is the old one, and then this +4. Let me just refresh again. That's weird. 4. So there's 4 plus the 1. Maybe I'm just impatient. Give it a sec. Got a comment here. Okay, Hazel, it's fine. You'll have the video, and you can just reach out if you need anything. She said V45 looks good. Dawn is saying, what is the maximum number of images you would provide? Are you talking about the bundle size, Dawn? Yes. Okay. So that is really entirely up to you. Some of my bundles have 14. Some of them have 40. Some of them have 80. But on average, I am between like 24, 28, 32. That's like an average. Sometimes they look so good I just add all of them because I don't want to lose any of the images. And then I end up with 40 and I don't mind, and I list it and I use same listing price. But there's no set rule in terms of the size of the bundles. Some people sell one image, some sell 4 or 5 images, and most sell in the 20s, 30s, etc. So that's really entirely up to you. Okay, so there should be 5 because like I said, I had the 1. There we go. No, not. Anyway, I don't know why. I don't know where the 1 is gone. This was the old one, and then there was 4. But in any event, you follow the process here. Zip folder, change your keywords. First change your keywords, then zip folder. Then once zip folder has selected, it auto sends to Etsy. So now when I click my drafts, and it's sitting in drafts, so this has not been published on Etsy. It's sitting in drafts, so you make all the changes that you need to, okay? So earlier we had to write the description. You don't have to write the description because the system was smart enough to know that it had something to do with Mother's Day. So it wrote you a little something here. Happy Mother's Day basket of flowers for decorative card and butterflies for a joyful celebration. You can add 20 Oz Tumblr wrap PNG. Watch here. You need to have 140 is the max, right? Fill in as much as you can. Digital download. Happiness, right? So the system was smart enough, even though I messed up the keywords, it recognized that this is like a Mother's Day. You just need to feed it the extra, which is 20 Oz Tumblr wrap, etc. If you further preview, all of what we just did now on Canva, the long process, you can now demonstrate this on a mug. You can show a wall art of the image. You can show just the image in itself, put some watermarks on so you don't have to. So if you're worried about people stealing your design, put the watermarks on. It can be on an image. And then this is another Tumblr app. Okay? So the AI has basically done everything that we've just done now on. The one is asking, can I clone you? You're welcome, Dawn. Okay, so isn't this amazing? I hope this gives some sort of relief to the guys who were complaining about the long route. What's also good here is you get an image, you get a video with it, even though it's just like a zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. But at least you make the requirement for a video, which is what is recommended by Etsy. Okay, so you'll further scroll down. Here, you still need to, if it's a bundle pack, you still need to do the license. You still need to add the license. So grab your license. You can add it. Okay. And here you've got your description. In fact, we can read that on the preview. Happy Mother's Day basket of flowers, decorative card, and butterflies for a joyful celebration, 20 Oz Tumblr wrap, etc. You click down, the image depicts a beautifully arranged. It speaks about the image. And then this is what I've set up my V45 to do, to say every time when it lists a product. So I'm saying, telling the customer, a digital download includes 1 PNG 300 dpi, a design for 20 Oz straight tumbler, 9.3 by 8.2. It's a straight 20 Oz tumbler design. Please note, due to Etsy's policies, we do not accept returns. You don't have to type this every time. You can go and set that up in V45. So every time you do a Tumblr app, it will bring this information to the fore. You will receive access to your files via Google Drive upon purchase. We use AI in all our digital designs to bring our customers the best and the latest designs. Thank you for shopping with us, and feel free to contact us for any further support. Okay? And there's your lovely images. You can't get it easier than this. Okay, so that is the bulk design demonstration. This must, please let me know that this does make it feel a bit easier. It should give some sort of relief, right? I know the traditional way is tiresome, and I didn't like it when I did it. It was exciting in the beginning, but then I got someone to do it. So I hope this brings some sort of relief. You are on the same screen here as the traditional organic listing method. The pricing comes from V45, so you can set that also. The quantity is 999. And then at the bottom, you just need to change your store section, which is Tumblr apps. And then you click on Tumblr apps, and then you're good to go. And then you publish. I'm not going to publish because it's not, I don't want to do that. But you guys get the gist. Just see the comments. Yeah, exactly, Devon. It gives you the video. But I'll show you now in a minute with Allura, where even the traditional way, you can create a video with a free extension from Allura. You don't have to pay. And it gives you the video. Where did you add the license? So with V45, I added, because remember it sits in draft. Let me go back. You haven't published anything yet. Let's go back. Keep editing. Okay, save as draft. Save as draft. Okay, so this one, it's still sitting in your drafts. You see here? It's still sitting in your drafts. So when you go in and you do your final touch-ups, because that's all you really want to do. You just want to make sure, okay, it's talking about a Tumblr app. Okay, the images are there. It represents the product. This is what V45 gives you. So if you click on it, you see it's downloading here. So now I'm going to open the zip folder, and I'm going to extract it. This is what V45 does on its own. Okay. So this is the extracted one. Now I click on it. In this case, instead of a license, which is the 2 pages that I've got, V45 adds the actual product. Because we're not listing 45 clip art bundles. We're listing one Tumblr app, right? So the good thing here is you don't need a license. You're just going to deliver this to the customer. 300 dpi is what you want to give them, and that is the size. So there's no need for a license to be typed. However, if you want to, you can still type the license. But this route is only applicable if you're selling one product per listing. If you're going to do 40 clip art, which is, I think most of you guys are sitting with clip art, then you can't get this output at 300 dpi. And then shrinks it, and then you'll have to do the license in addition to their file. You're going to still have to do the Mother's Day one, like the Mother's Day process, because the moment you do more than one on V45, it shrinks the size and you don't have 300 dpi. If you're selling a Tumblr app and you do one file, which is what I do 20 of these in like half an hour. I'll have 20 new Tumblrs on my Etsy store. You can get away with the license because it's 20 different products and it's 300 dpi. When you do a clip art bundle, you have to still do the license. Okay, let me just see more questions here. Devon saying, love that it gives you the video. Yes, one less step. Agreed. Where do you add the license? I've just explained that, and she says she's love it. Ooh, I love positive feedback. Okay, I think we can move over. If there's no other questions, I think we can move over to Listadum, which is the last one. Hazel's asking, what is the smallest quantity without the license? Only one design at a time with V45. So in my case, it would be if you sell one PNG design, like t-shirts, like I do a lot of t-shirts. You guys know about the dinosaur t-shirt that I did the other day. If you did that via V45, you can bring the one t-shirt in and it will do all of this for you. You don't have to do the license. You just make sure that your file is exported to 300 dpi. And then when you start this process, you will import the ready to sell image into V45, like any ones that we did now together. So all of them are, these are all 300 dpi, right? Let's say if you're only going to sell one t-shirt design, you get 300 DPI. You don't have to do the license. The moment you do a bundle of 4, 10, 15, whatever, you have to do the license and go via the Google Drive view. Please refer to the video again. I'm not going to do this because I'm going to move on to Listadum now. So again, Hazel, if it's one product that you're selling, which a lot of us are selling, one t-shirt design, one tumbler wrap, it will give you 300 DPI. You don't have to do a license. When the customer buys on Etsy, they will get the license and they will get immediate download of the product. There's no license. They have to click on the download button, etc. Okay. So let's move over to Listadum. Okay. So Listadum, go back here. So V45 is my tool to bulk upload, like my designs, like Dawn mentioned. Listadum, I'll tell you, I only signed up for Listadum because a year of doing this on my own, I didn't enjoy it because I missed the designing. The more I do the admin work, the less I design, and I just changed it up. Okay, so I got someone to help me. And with Etsy, be very careful when you get a VA, and the VA is sitting in a country where Etsy is not available to sell. Nigeria, some other countries like Southeast Asia, also like sometimes I think I don't know, and they change the rules all the time. But if she's sitting in another country and you share in a country where Etsy is not operating, and you share your logins with that person, and she logs in geographically on that side, and Etsy picks up, that's an immediate suspension. They suspend you immediately. Be very, very careful if you get a VA. In fact, even if the VA was sitting in my own same country, I would still, for security reasons, not share my shops back in with anybody else. So hence Listadum. I tried Vella first. Vella worked well, no problems. Then when I understood that Vella's pricing does this, at one point I was almost close to 1,000 products. I'm on about 500 because I was just looking through the stats and it wasn't making sense for me to pay all these 20 cents, and now I'm sitting on like 550, I think. Vella was good, but because it was doing this pricing, if I want to get back to 1,000, you would pay a lot more than Listadum. Then I went to Sales Samurai. At Sales Samurai, we had so many technical issues because I was looking at systems where I could give access via a third party so that nobody needs to log into my store apart from me, which is why we got to Listadum. Sales Samurai gave me some issues. The support wasn't great. Listadum is not an old product. It's fairly newish and we love it. I cannot say enough about it. And actually for the preparation for this video, I was shocked with all the features in Listadum. So I'm going to share some of them with you. I can't go through like a deep dive, but I want to show you the ones that really impresses me, and hopefully maybe, you know, it's something that you can consider. So it supports team collaboration. As I've explained, Faith does all my listings for me via Listadum. I am the only one that's got access to my Etsy account, and then it's a perfect tool for market research. I know for now, maybe it's not sitting here anymore, but perfect for market research, keyword research. I'll show you guys now. Love the time, cutting down of time. Same with V45. I cut down all the time. I just list straight through to Etsy, and every day I just see new products going on. It's working perfectly. So let's go. Okay, so we're going to look at a few places, but not all the places because we're going to sit here like the whole night. The first thing I want to show you is the dashboard. So a quick overview of what's going on here. For the last 30 days, I've had 3,700 views. I've had an increase of 23% on views between last month and this month. Last month I had 3,000 views. This month I've got 4,000, well, 3,007, and the month's not done yet. So this percentage is going to go up. That's what Listadum is telling me. I've had a 64% increase in favorites. Last month I had 85. This month I have 140. Again, there's a couple of days left. So this is going to increase even more. These are the things you want to look at so that you know, am I wasting my time? Am I picking up on favorites? Am I picking up on views? You can't go back. You need to like look at these things, right? And then I've had 36 sales last month, and then 73 this month. I've also been very busy with the membership, so I haven't focused on the store that much. There was actually a long period that I didn't create products. So yeah, but in any event, I'm 102% up from last month. Then it's telling me in the United States, out of all the states, I have sold to at least 48 of the states in the US. So these are all the states that have supported me. Selena, are you in Texas? Go Texas. Texas is my biggest supporter. Florida coming in second, California and Florida actually both on 39. But isn't this information amazing? It just makes it more exciting to do this. Out of 195 countries, I have sold to 31, with the US coming in strong, UK on 33, and my own country sitting on 14. It just shows you that even if you're sitting in a completely different country, your country, your demographic can sit in a completely different country. We all know that the US is strong in buying power, so it's no surprise there. But I just love this information that the dashboard is giving me on Listadum. If you scroll down further, it gives you more information. It's telling me that 50 of your listings are not using 13 tags, which is exactly what I've preached to you guys earlier. So it makes me a bit of a hypocrite, right? If I click on fix listings, then it tells me exactly which ones needs attention. This one has got 6 issues. You click on it, and it tells you this is all the problems that it's got. It's telling me the title should include tags. It's currently not. All these problems, all 6 problems, is exactly why your visibility is poor. Now, I at least can tell you where my issues are with the help of Listadum. I don't know if you can do this on your own if you don't have a product like Listadum, right? Descriptions should include all tags. I'm not doing that. Descriptions is too short, not enough tags, repeated tags, image quality is not good. It's telling me what's going on here. If I fix all of these, theoretically, my visibility should go up. So let's fix it now with Listadum. So title should include the tags. If I go to the title, this is my title. If I scroll down to my tags, okay, here's my tags. This is poor. This is really poor. No wonder and this was a seller at one stage, it was selling very well. But I've got 5 tags missing here. And some other problems. Okay, so let's quickly, title should include the tags. So let's look at how we can fix this quickly. We need a keyword generator to help us. If you click on keyword generator, because we know what our issue is here. We're missing tags, our title is not well written, the repeated tags, we need to fix all of that. So if you're wondering why your products is not getting visibility, it's because of issues like these. So let's say you quickly want to generate a keyword to like 5 extra keywords. It's going to ask you, what is it? So that's easy. I go to my title. And then I'm gonna add all of this. So this is what it is. Okay, this is what it is. What is it made of? Digital file. Digital file. Digital PNG file, right? Who is it for? POD, sellers, a personalized gift for her, woman who love makeup. Okay, what occasion is it for? Everyday drink, personalized drink way. Okay, generate keywords. Now the system's thinking. And now it's giving me some keywords that I can consider. At the moment, okay, immediately go for the green. When you see them green, that is what you want. Go for all the green. If you click on the green, it opens up here and it's telling you exactly 460 listings that have this, which is not a lot, which means you can now go and compete against this keyword. Isn't that amazing? That's not a lot. Look at another one. Just open another one. That here is 1,800 listings with glam Tumblr wrap. But this is where you want to be because it's only 460. That's not a lot. So when you do this exercise, please look at the green ones because it's an indication to tell you you can compete there. There's not a lot of people. Look at the keyword difficulty. The closer it is to 100, you don't wanna use that keyword because you're gonna struggle to get visibility. That's what the system's telling you. In general, but I like this because it's not a lot. So I will add that one, right? So I clicked on it and now it's here. Now you can look at the others. You can click on it and see what's going on. Look at this. If you are going to compete with this keyword, 20 Oz wrap design, you're going to compete with 457,000 listings. I'd much rather compete with this keyword. This is easy than this keyword. You're going to drown here. Please tell me if this is making sense to you guys. I hope it's making sense. That's not a bad video, Dawn. Thanks for recommending it. I will definitely, but just remember, I'm in like a teacher capacity. I feel it's part of, but I think maybe going through all the cost would, yeah, I like that idea. I will make a note of it. Thank you, Dawn. But I hope you guys are getting it. Stay away from this. Don't even compete. Let's say gift for her, very popular. Look at this. You're never going to sell a product. You will never sell your product. You're going to compete with 8 million other products. Gift for her. Let's go to collage Tumblr wrap. Now, stay away. Girly PNG wrap. 6,000. So, to be very honest with you guys, seriously, I will have to get someone to do this for me. I'm going to have to get someone to sit and do this for me. I'm going to have to do a video, explain, get a VA, and get them on this so that we can sort this out. This is an amazing keyword. So, sometimes when you watch the others do YouTube videos, these are the types of tools that's helping them really killing it out there. And it's information that we don't necessarily know. Okay. This one, fashion Tumblr app, you're going to compete there. Pink fashion 15. Modern. This is not too bad, but yeah, I love it. Anyway, let's move on. So you're going to add all your tags here. Let's see what else is there that we can fix up here. Let me do it live with you. Let me do it. Let me just show you. I'm just going to click here, right? Because of time. I'm just going to click because we need to get this. Okay, so now you'll see it should have started. My score was something else. My score was lower. Because I now only have 5 issues rather than 6, my score has increased. You need to get to 100. So it's telling me the title should include tags. Now you go to your tags. Let's go to that lovely green tag. Let's go to that green one. I want to copy that green one. So I want to copy this one. Just check now. If I use that, 76, right? Because I don't have the tags in my title, I'm just going to paste it here. Okay. Take out these extra hyphens and stuff that doesn't mean anything to you. Space it up. Custom. This is now. Custom glam tumbler. So I have to take something out. Custom. Okay. Let's take this out. Custom glam tumbler. Right? I was on 76. Look there, I'm on 91. Next one, description should include all tags. Now I'm going to rewrite it with the power of AI, improve writing. So we're on 91. You read it, you make sure you're happy with it, you say keep it. You are 98 in terms of the quality of your listing. We started, I think, on 60 odd. We are on 98. Let's see what else we need to do. It's telling me I've got repeated keywords. Can you see how the system is highlighting for you? It's saying you're wasting this space. Take this one out because you've already got 20 odds there. You take that out and you go to your list here and you look for something. I think this one, was this the one that was, no, there was one with 1,500. Okay, even better. This one, Beauty Lover Wrap. Let's just take that one. Okay. 98. Now I've got 2 issues left. It says description should include all tags. Now, let it rewrite it for you. You guys get the gist of it, right? The closer you are to 100, the better the quality of your listing. I think I've proven my point here. Is there any questions on this part? I have personally underestimated this system. I'm going to be using it. I'm going to get a VA to help me. This one's got a video, I think. I think this one's got a video, but you can even create videos within. Yeah, it's got a video. I'll show you quickly one without a video. So I'll save the changes. We were on 60 odd, I think, the quality score. We are on 98. So I feel much better. I've published the changes and I can go to the next one. I want to see something without a video. How do I see something without a video? Anyway, I wanted to show you guys how to. It doesn't tell me. I think maybe this one doesn't have a video. Okay, it's got it. Okay, I'm going to delete this video. I'm going to delete the video. Let's assume there was no video. And then I'm going to generate a video from scratch. Okay, and then I'm going to choose my images that I want to have a video on. And then I can choose the style, fade, this one, do these options here. You don't have to, whatever, generate the video. It's generating. Still generating over here. And then it uploads the video. Okay, so again, Devon, another list, another way to do less than what we need to. Save changes. And then all your changes are updated on Etsy. So if you're not going to do this and a VA does this for you, and part of a job is SEO, checking every week, etc., someone can do this for you and you don't have to sit with all of this. But it's important, I think, that you know what's going on. Then there's also, I don't know, love this, love this. Listen, I've gotten sales from Pinterest. Connect your Pinterest account to Listadum. You can then click on create. You'll see here there's a whole bit of redness going on here. It's got too many characters. Just click on it, make it shorter. Too many characters here. Click on it, make it shorter. Happiness there. Make it shorter. So I think you need to do one at a time. Shorter, shorter. Then you can go to your folders. This would be clip art for me. And then create the pin. And if I go to, so this is the one. If I go to my Pinterest, I'll show you. There we go. So now you've just set your Pinterest account up. If anyone clicks on your pin, let's test it. We click on it. Visit site. And it takes you directly to your Etsy store. Okay, that's the marketing component of Listadum. I think Keyword Explorer is just to find more keywords, and Shop Critique is also good. But I think, yeah, just for the sake of time, I'm gonna maybe maybe stop it there. We can do another full dive again. Let me just see. I've got some questions. I would like to see Devon is saying Etsy should have this analyze feature for its sellers. We pay enough fees, starts to cost with all these added platforms. I agree with you. A good idea to take 1 day a week to go. Yes, I just said I didn't even know you said it, but I totally agree with you. Especially if you've got a VA, they can do it for you. Devon is saying it would be awesome if all these features could pop up before we list the product. If you don't know about Listadum, you won't know exactly, Devon. Hazel is saying, can I use the system on my website for help to know? This is they built for Etsy stores. It's only for Etsy. Yeah. They built for Etsy stores. Now, let me quickly show you guys Allura, right? So Allura, you can sign up for free. There's no cost involved. Let me drop the Allura for you. And I'm using the free. I'm using free. So you can do somewhat of what I just showed with Listadum. Remember, I'm using Listadum because of the VA, because I don't want to give anyone access to my store, right? So I'm using Listadum for that, but you can use Allura. I'll show you. Okay, you can use Allura for free and get some of what I've just showed you guys. This is like the tricks part of the let's just go here. Sorry. Okay, so we're done with Listadum, we're done with V45. Then the Canva video hack, I'll do quickly. And then the Allura free tool, I want to show you this quickly. So you go through the process of uploading your product, like on Etsy, say you don't want to pay for any extra tools, which I get. So let's say you're going to go the traditional route. You list everything, connect with Allura, and then after you've published on Etsy, without a video, you can use Allura to generate the video for you free of charge. So this is the Allura dashboard. Okay, not there. Dashboard. If you go to operations, you go to listing optimization. And it's going to give you all your products. If you go to missing videos over here, the system's telling you that these are 296 of your listings don't have videos. Okay. So again, it's free. Get the Chrome extension. It's free. Look at all your videos. Look at all you can see I've got 1,400 products that I've done for the last year, almost and a half. So in total, I've got 1,400 products. Half of that is deactivated because they weren't selling. I want to only focus on my missing video listings. I don't know if it's doing missing video. Okay, and now I'm going to go through. Okay, let's do this one. It doesn't have a video. Remember, free, Allura. You don't want to do the Canva video yourself because it takes too much time. Very similar to what Listadum looks like. It's now into your Etsy listing. Your keywords are all here. It also tells you what's wrong. The title has a focus, should have a focus keyword. It's saying that I don't have a focus keyword. So it's the same checks and balances. It's telling me I haven't used 13 tags. I've used 12. So the system's telling me, look at your tags. So somebody must do this on a weekly basis, like I think Dawn suggested. It's telling me I don't have a video. And because of that, my score is sitting on 64. So it's the same methodology. I just want to show you the video part. We're not going to do all of that again. So you'll see there's no video, right? You click on generate video. You all get like 3 options, like a gallery glide, gentle reveal, rapid showcase. So rapid showcase, you can test it here before you actually create it. It does the video for you. Can you see? If you're happy with that, you click on generate. And now remember this listing does not have a video. We're using a free extension you choose which video template you want to use. It generates the video for you over here. And like within seconds, you've got your video. So in addition to your nine images, you've also got a video, and then you can click publish. Okay, we've gone from 60 whatever to 79. If we clean up all of these, which I'm not going to do, if I clean up all of these, it will increase my score. If I view on Etsy, you go to your video, there's your video. And your visibility will be better. You're complying with Etsy, especially if you're a new shop. I can't stress it enough. You have to follow the rules. People with like thousands and tens and thousands of sales history, they can get away with it. Okay, let's just see. The one is saying, when your VA finishes yours, please send them my way. Yeah, I feel the pain. I know it's a lot. I did it for a year. You get to a point where you tell yourself, I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this part. I don't enjoy the mock-ups. I don't enjoy the SEO keyword. I enjoy the designing. And that was my process. So I would look and see, okay, I'm still doing SEO keywords and I'm doing the designing. Everything else, the mock-ups, the repetition, the doing the same thing over, my brain doesn't enjoy doing the same thing over and over and over. But I can tell you that I've done it for a whole year, which is, I don't recommend you doing it for a year, but you have to look at your cost, you have to look at your budget. But for me at this stage, I don't enjoy doing listings and things that's the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, invest in a good VA. And then I think lastly, I just want to maybe the quick hack that I've got for you for video creation in Canva is not so much like a hack, but just like a tip. This is something that I can suggest that you do to help you cut down on the time to create a video. Just go back here. Okay. And this is my last point, and then I'm open for Q&A. If you guys want to speak, especially the guys on Zoom, you can raise your hand, I can unmute you if you want to ask a question. I want to be by this one. Yeah. Okay. So your video hack can be something like this, right? I always try to not complicate my life. Everything I do is to not complicate my life. So what I suggest that you do, get a video that doesn't specifically look at your current product that you are selling, right? Okay, let me do it this way. Let me go to my projects. Let me go to my projects. Entice your customers with a video where you go to your clip art, okay, if you're a clip art seller, and go to videos that go to images that would really wow them. Showcase what you have done, what you can do. Bring a variety in here in terms of different types of images, not the ones that you're wanting to sell at the moment, if I'm making any sense. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's go out here. Bring in some striking images that's gonna really like be so amazing, and they're gonna fall in love. And then you use that same video over and over and over again. You copied it to your local drive, and you use the same video on and on and on. Okay, on repeat. Instead of having to do a video every single time. This is now if you don't want to spend money on tools, right, that can do the video for you. Okay, let's see here. And you know, when I'm hearing all of you guys was talking about the VA part, maybe I should like train VAs to do this for you guys. Anyway, let me stop there. So then okay. So you then make it big, and then you just use the same video to show them. Now you can put a little bit of effort in here. I would suggest that you perhaps place these images on mock-ups. You spend an hour maybe on it once, put them on notebooks or cell phone covers or mug wraps or tumbler wraps or whatever you can to make it look realistic. Spend a decent amount of time, produce one video, and so that they can see what you have done or able to do. So now you put all of these, you just randomize it, maybe randomize it here, bring it here. This is going to take some time, and I would, like I said, suggest you actually spend some time and put it on some products that actually that makes it look realistic. Then each image, you need to make it maybe 0.5 in seconds, because you only get about 16 seconds with Etsy for the video. So make it half a second and then just see. Okay, let's see. So share. Now you export it as a MP3 on a half a second per image. Sorry, MP4. And then you want to do all images, download it. You use this one on all your listings. Then you use the one video and you show all of all the products that you've done in the past. That's something that I've used in the past to help me with the video creation, because it's a lot of time. Okay, so I just want to show you what it looks like. You can slap your branding on. Like I said, take an hour and make a decent video. Your branding, put it on mock-ups, put more images, let it be like a slideshow, and then you create it once and you list it on all your videos. And this is going to save you a lot of time. Okay, so this, I didn't get the, maybe, wait, hold on. So this, I had to, sorry, I had to apply on all pages. It was only on the first page. So even, you can even make it 0.25 or something, and then apply all pages, right? And then we do that again. And then we do an MP4. Sorry. Because that video was like a minute long, and that's too long. Yes, yes, Devon, list that video on all your listings and fill the rest with the images of your actual product. There's no rule that says you can't do that. And that was a time saver for me. Instead of having to just show your best images, instead of having to do this over and over and over again. So let me close here, open again. Yeah, that was super fast, but you get the gist. I should have left it on maybe half a second. But let it be like a slideshow. Put like 30 images on, because you're showcasing your ability to sell clip art, to design and sell. It's just a hack. I like to call things that I think it's a saver, a hack. Okay. Brilliant. Yay! I'm getting good feedback now from all the negative first method. That will save you a lot of time. Okay. I think, let me go back to the slides. Let's go back. I think I'm done. So yeah, so Allura, we've gone through all of that. I've given you the tip. You can use Allura to make your videos. there's a limitation. I think there's about 50 videos like a month on the free plan. And then obviously if you upgrade, you get more, but at least it helps in some way. I think finally, my message to you is like, choose your method. There's 3, choose your method. Your video problem, I think I've solved it. I've given you a hack with Canva. I've also given you a hack with Allura. So that frustration should be taken away now. And then my advice to you would be to stay consistent. There's 2 things that Etsy looks at, right? So Etsy looks at your consistency in 2 ways. Consistency in sales, which is for many new people a problem. But if you can't hack it on sales yet, be consistent on listings. That's another thing that they look at. If you list one product now, 1 in 5 days, another product by next week, you skip 2 weeks, and then you list 10 new products on 1 day, and then it's a whole month. Etsy can't trust you because Etsy doesn't see you being a consistent seller. You have to be consistent. I list almost every single day. The most I will go is maybe 1 day skip because I've either had other work commitments, but I will make sure that Faith has got products to list every single day. At a very least 4. Sometimes she lists 8 on 1 day. 8 on 1 day. So two ways you need to be active in the algorithm. 1 by sales. Sales is the biggest trust indicator that Etsy takes. Apart from all others, don't think of how many people favorited you. Don't think of how many people left a review. Don't think of anything else. The number 1 metric that Etsy will judge you on, is number of sales. If you can't get that right, be consistent and step up every day with listings. You can save your listings to your drafts, like I showed you guys. You can keep it in the drafts. And if you take 1 day and list 7 products, and every day in your drafts, you publish 1, you're giving a better signal of consistency to Etsy than the guy that's going to list 1 now, 7 in 5 days, then skip a week, then 2 again. That guy is not going to get the exposure that it needs from the algorithm. So choose your method, use the hacks for videos, stay consistent, list every other day, list every day if you can, every other day, but just be consistent. If you need more support, if you don't know, I've got a YouTube channel, which is most of my videos are sits in YouTube. So more than likely, an issue that you're sitting with can be solved on YouTube. If a YouTube videos doesn't help you, you can comment on the video itself. I answer all of them. There's no VA that does that for me. I answer all of them for you. The Facebook group is free. There's no charge. Come in, join, let us know where you're at, what you need help with. Weekly tips and templates, get fresh ideas. That's what the group is for. I post fresh ideas, trendy stuff. That's what I share. I love sharing with people that's on the same path as I am. And then if you need, in addition to that, more support, I've got a membership that's only $9 a month. Cancel anytime. I share my tags with you in the vault. I share hot sellers. I share mock-up secrets. I have a calendar for you where we do Q&A. So it's just a bit more than what the free Facebook group is all about. Thank you very much for sitting in with me. No one's raised a hand. I'm assuming you all are good. No one's got a question for me. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, that's the end of my webinar. You are most welcome, Anna Marie. Thank you so much for being here. And even for sticking out, eh? Thank you so much. I know in my head, when I plan the webinars, it's like we're only going to do this an hour and then we're 2 hours into talking. You are so welcome, Devon. Thank you so much. Hazel, I know you've still got questions. So please reach out if there's something. I can do a quick loom for you. If there was something that I maybe went too fast or whatever, you can just message me. Thank you so much, Dawn. I'm so happy that you were here. Now time to absorb all the information. You guys know, most of you are in the monthly membership. You guys know how to get hold of me. So just ask. That's what I'm here for. Thank you so much. Oh, Jerry, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you for your time and for being here. And there's some fresh drops in the vault that I did earlier. So the Mother's Day ones, it's hot, it's popular. Copy the prompt, change it up, tweak it up. and get them listed on Etsy. We're almost too late. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.